Yusuf too.
I have a lot of t-shirts.
Yeah, you get a lot of t-shirts, that's right. You get a lot of fun stuff in our WordPress community, and you get to learn from people who use WordPress for a living. People like me. Our lead developer is Jason. He's here in house tonight. What's up, Jason? Do we have any other developers here in house that are entrepreneurs or people that do this for a living, build websites for other people? Are you all business owners yourselves? What? Represent entrepreneurs in that sense. Yeah, I love it. All right. You get to go in and learn from people who use WordPress all the time. They even have some people who wrote the WordPress core, or who write plugins, or who build themes. These people come and attend these events so you can meet them in person and get to learn more about what they do and how smart they are, and they give you great instruction, great direction. You can learn things like how to use Twitter for my business. Some tracks would be like that as well. But for the most part, most of those topics are geared around WordPress. All that said to say, we were the team that was blessed to bring WordCamp for the first time ever to San Antonio this past January. And Yusuf, as one of the fearless leaders again this year, helping us organize for this upcoming March. So we don't have a definite date yet. Kind of keep your calendar weekends open, looking in March if y'all can. As we'll announce to y'all, if y'all are members on the Meetup group or members on Yusuf's online marketing Meetup group, you will get an alert as soon as we have a solid date booked, and you'll get notification how to get a ticket and be sure to be a part of that. So, I don't know why I went with that. That's where I went. So you guys, this is, Yusuf always has classes going on. Who else has ever attended more classes that Yusuf does here in town? You guys have? Way to go. I love that y'all come back because you know there's value. He extremely rarely, maybe once or twice a year max, charges to sit in his presence and learn from his amazing brain. That's one of the core values too of WordPress is community driven, community heart, and so really appreciate his heart and his effort. And you guys, the best thing you can do for Yusuf is not only hire him as you need help and you have a budget, but also give him love on social media, like you're doing on Facebook. Just use a hashtag for him, or mention his name and share his services with your friends and other entrepreneurs. All right, so my name is Corey Ashton, and if you have watched any of our YouTube videos, you've probably seen me rambling on, probably talking too quickly, with my fragmented sentences that my mom can't stand doing the closed captioning for. She tries to translate, or transcribe, thank you, transcribe my
Translate?
And she can translate them into English. Out of nerd code into English. And she does all of our, or she did for a while, all of our video transcribing. So these, every Wednesday night, what we try to do is get together and watch the videos that I release every single Wednesday. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to go through a couple of videos. I'm going to answer any questions that you might have, and whatever I can't answer, these two guys right there in the middle can definitely answer, Jason or Yusuf. And then what we'll do after that is if no more questions are regarding these videos, then we're just going to move right into a Q&A time with y'all. And any topic goes. So we can talk about Twitter for business. We can talk about security problems that you might be having, or SEO problems, which is search engine optimization for your website. What can we do? If you want to talk beginner level, you're going to want to flag me down, or Yusuf. If you want to go crazy nerd code in depth and talk some PHP nerdy stuff, you're going to want to grab Jason, because he's definitely a more advanced cat that can walk you through some cool stuff. All right. Did anybody not watch the videos or get the alert in your email to watch the videos?
Some. The last one from today or yesterday, no, I didn't.
Okay. So Jason and I both have started doing a live Q&A session on Tuesdays. So if anybody has questions throughout the week, you can join in on our YouTube channel here. It's youtube.com/Webtegrity. Tuesday mornings, 11 a.m. You can ask me and Jason random questions and we will answer them. But then every Wednesday, I'm typically doing a tutorial that is anything from a 7-minute, 5-minute, 7-minute to a 15-minute. That's those.
That's the one.
It.
She found it.
You found them. It's brilliant.
Hey Corey, one more time, the name of the YouTube channel.
So YouTube channel is youtube.com/webtegrity. It's WEBTEGRITY. And every week right now, we've been producing 2 to 3 videos a week that just help you. We're trying to get them going, right? She's trying to tell me hurry up. That's what she tells me.
No,
She sits in the front row,
it's
she tells
because
me
you
to move
put
along.
too many, I don't have time to watch all of them.
Oh, is that what you're telling me? I do too many videos? You're awesome. Well, we've been blessed to have a lot of views too, and a lot of people comment on them, and that's really where we get our ideas. So if y'all have problems as you're running through building your website and you say, hey, I'd really like somebody to make a tutorial for me on how to do this, tweet to me. Ask me or Jason, hey, can you make a tutorial? Because we're always looking for content. We space out. We go, oh, I don't know what to do a video on. So I've been doing videos on the Rev Slider. Does anybody know what the Rev Slider is? Okay. So it's a plugin. Does everybody know what a plugin is? Okay. So a plugin is a bit of code that you can plug in to your website to make it do something fancy. So if you wanted an events calendar, you can go get a plugin for an events calendar and plug it in with just a couple of clicks in your website, and all of a sudden you have an events calendar. If you wanted to have a Facebook feed in your website from all of your posts from your Facebook page, you wanted it to be visible in your website, you can do that. You can go get a Facebook plugin, drop it in, put in your credentials to connect it to your Facebook page, and all of a sudden you're going to have an area where all of your awesome Facebook posts are on your website. So these plugins, there are thousands of them. And the Rev Slider is one of the best, one of the top in the industry right now. It's been one of the best, in my opinion, of a slideshow option for your website. So if you've ever landed on somebody's website and all of a sudden they've got these rotating pictures on there, or maybe they have some text that flies in and gives you a link that you can click on, all in this really cool space, that's typically known as a slideshow. So the Rev Slider, the Revolution Slider, is the one I've been doing tutorials on. If none of you are using that plugin, we're not going to watch those videos tonight because you're going to be bored out of your minds. So I would rather move into other videos that you might be interested in watching. But if you're looking for a solution for a slideshow for your website, I would suggest going and watching those videos as you have time. And I put the link on where to purchase that video in the description box below so you can go find out exactly how to get it. We've got other really cool videos though that we've done. We have here 8 must-haves for your home page. That's kind of a really important video, so we can go ahead and get started with that. Is that cool? Why not? Let's do it.
Hey, y'all, welcome to the WordPress Wednesday. My name is Corey Ashton. Thanks so much for subscribing to our
See if I can go
channel.
full width
Those
there.
of you that haven't yet, be sure to click on the little
Just make the sound bigger too, or louder.
play button. Click
It's almost like a real life size of Corey Ashton.
Yeah.
Also, please. Where's the volume?
increase your,
Is it all the way loud on the YouTube?
increase your visitor
On the YouTube itself? Is it all the way?
Yeah. Oh, good call.
On the YouTube, yeah, there you go.
improve
Go to event or Wi-Fi or something.
Okay, so all the way on the YouTube and
On the PC itself.
on the
it's all
PC
right.
itself too.
Q&A session. We just started it yesterday.
So go ahead and hit escape, and in the bottom hand corner there's going to be a little speaker that you just click once on.
WordPress questions to be
Yeah, Corey's a Mac fanatic.
Yeah. Come here. Come here.
Okay, okay.
We're totally missing the entire video.
So right before
We can just-
you guys are coming
What am I missing?
what triggered in this channel.
I saved it already.
Okay.
It's not full width. You're actually.
Yeah, there you go.
running
Exit. There you
Windows.
go. There you go.
You're running Windows right now.
Oh, with a Mac keyboard, that is
Yeah.
fun.
It's a Mac.
Running Windows with a Mac keyboard.
I'm sorry, this is boot camp? Their boot camp? Why would they do
No,
that?
this is what the city decided to give us.
They've got a Mac Mini.
It's all the way. Okay, so it's a TV. It's a TV volume. We got a.
Yeah, Carly, do we have a remote for the volume? Do you know?
No.
No clue? Okay, no worries.
No, we've always lost a very long time ago.
But there should be a volume somewhere there.
I'm sure it's somewhere.
It's such a small TV though. It's probably a really tiny button.
Watch it be on top.
Yeah, it should be the
No.
San Antonio like SA like library or like abbreviated. It should be free Wi-Fi.
So what I'm walking you through here, and we'll get back to the video here, is just I have a lot of people
That's what I'm with technology. Can't figure out what's going on.
Put on my website. What content should page? I don't know what to write. I don't know if there's more important things that I should be putting that I'm missing out on. So that's kind of what we're walking through. It's okay, we'll just make them like tune in.
There should be a volume somewhere. I mean, I can't remember this. That's the fun thing about these smart, so-called smart TVs. They don't look smart.
Very smart. Very smart.
Yeah, that's not a smart TV. That's a one big stupid
It's a
TV.
beautiful big TV, so we'll just pay attention and I'll stop talking.
Make sure to have on your home
I guarantee you, there's a button for volume.
that's typically where
All guaranteed?
large
It was the best way to be closed.
Anyone on the side?
impression
Yeah.
of your business or
Wow.
or services.
Interesting.
What content must we have on
Dirty.
every
Should we go into the system and check the audio in the system? Because it's a PC and
Yeah,
this
it's
should
as
be
loud as they
something
were
on.
allowed
I
to
mean,
be,
this is as loud as we're gonna go.
unfortunately.
I know, it's PC issues, people. It's all good. It's okay.
It's going to vary. That is the truth of it. It will vary. This question was actually sent in from one of our subscribers, Mike, on our channel. Thanks so much for sending in this question. It's just asking and getting the conversation started with what sort of content do we need. Something just talk about 8 different things that I think across the board are pretty standard for what's needed on a home page. So, here's the thing I want to talk about is easy navigation. So, it's really important that as somebody lands on your website, that you see right away a very simple navigation or an easy way of getting around on your website and getting to other content. So you want to be sure to have a nice large font and very typically a menu bar or navigation bar set to the top or perhaps the left-hand side of your page. So be sure to have that sitting out where people can easily and quickly see things. And this particular menu here on the Eagle 4 mobile app website, they don't have any drop downs. You'll notice that as we hover over, these are just simple menu options. You can have drop down options like Hill Country Paint here has, that as you scroll over certain things, you're able to get to other options underneath it very quickly and easily. But again, navigation is going to be really key and important, and understanding who your target market is important as well. So Hill Country Paint has an older target market. They deal with a lot of elderly, so they wanted to be sure their font size was nice and big. So a simple, easy to find, easy to use navigation that makes sense. Don't get crazy creative with trying to say certain words and long sentences in there. You don't need to do that. It just needs to be simple. About us, contact us, our location. These things are very typical. And you could also potentially have one that maybe says services or something, but you see the who are we here, features, and these are all things that'll take you to other pages that'll have that information on. Super important to have great navigation. Another really important thing to have is a clear message with very short, simple descriptions. And again, we see that here on Google Forward. It's a very clear message talking about the Google Forward app, turning your phone into a powerful tool, and then a very quick little description here with great imagery. So you'll want to have things like that on your homepage as well. One of the other things that they have here is watch the demo video. So we can click right here and watch this video without leaving our website. So large images, nice large images and video, highly, highly important to have on your homepage for an easy way of describing your services and describing your product. Another very important element to have, the third thing that I want to bring up is going to be your CTA or your call to action. It's really, really important that people understand once they land on your webpage exactly what it is you want them to do. Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to fill out a free request book? Do you want them to buy a product? Or like Eagle 4 here, we obviously want you to download the app so you can go get it on Apple or Android. So, or if you want to learn more and you're not completely hooked yet, you can click here to learn more about the app and all of its features. So a request or a call to action here on Hill Country Paint is they have this standing out here in nice bright orange, which is a contrasting color to make an appointment. That's one of their big CTAs. Or give us your feedback and you can leave a review or a testimonial, which is another really important, and that's our fourth item that I want to make mention, that it's important to have on your website homepage social proof or reviews of actual customers. Here on Carol Ann's home, she's senior assisted living here in San Antonio, Texas. This is one of the websites we As you go into some inner pages, they even have their social media Facebook feed happening here on the left side. So that's a dynamic feed that just dynamically displays there. So it's really cool to have social media. You also want to have a contact option. So like on WebTech's website here, we have our contact option here on our main menu that's easily visible, and then again at the bottom in our footer area, we have a big area here to how to connect with us, our phone number, send us an email, or our location as well. So be sure, that's another big thing that you need to have on your homepage is some means of contacting, somebody being able to contact you or get to your locations. Another thing that I can show you here on WebTech's website is that you're going to want to also have fresh content. We know about this already from SEO standpoint. Google wants to see fresh content because your viewers want to see fresh content. So you don't always want to have the exact same thing on your website all the way around the whole page. Some things can be pretty static and just always be there. Like for instance, here on WebTech, we have our three main services, which is our WordPress web design, our classes where we're teaching you how to do it yourself, and we also offer our SEO classes and services. But if you scroll down a little bit further, we have our consistent blog here that happens, which is actually our video blog. So we always have fresh content happening here. At least a couple of times a week, we're going to have fresh content displaying in these three columns here on our homepage. So really important that as viewers come back to our website, they're seeing fresh content, they're seeing that we're still in business, and they're seeing something new and exciting. And of course, as Google comes back to our website, they're seeing that same thing as well, something exciting and fresh and new. All right, the last thing I want to mention is your footer area. We've kind of already talked about that. Don't forget the footer. I actually have another video that I created that's entitled Don't Forget About the Footer. It's a really great area. You can add in some pretty important content. And I'll put a link to that video right here so you can check that out if you're not really sure what sort of content to put in your footer area. I'm going to give you two more quick examples of trending looks of websites that we've seen to give you some inspiration of what could be on your home page. I'm going to jump over here to Four Rivers Smokehouse. This particular website is pretty spectacular. We're seeing more and more, instead of having slideshows here in our first fold.
Sorry, Phil, didn't eat dinner.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Pizza and steak.
Very first fold right there, just brisket.
Man, that was good. All right, but again, I want you to notice a couple of things that happen
Looks so good indeed.
in the first fold before I begin to scroll down. We've got this nice video that we've already mentioned. We've got a very clear, simple, easy navigation happening up here. And we've got their call to action, which is see our menu, because they want you to have even more of that tantalizing, hungry, into our location experience. And let's scroll to their website for a minute. You're going to see all of this beautiful space, large, beautiful imagery. Look at all this beautiful parallax happening. Again, a call to action to shop now. Find out more. These great little breakouts here. And simple little quotes to keep you inspired. And then they use great means again of their footer area. They have some links. They have a little bit more about their environment and their organization, and then again a contact and their social media. It's a really great looking website and really makes me very hungry. Another one I'm going to show you is charitywater.org. This one's got a really dynamic area here too before we begin to scroll down. We again do not see a slideshow happening, we see video, very short snippets of video. However, this gives us some inspiration right here. As you see this line changing, you can read the different ways that you can raise money for clean water. You can hold the garage sale for clean water. You can jump in cold water for clean water. You can start a book club for clean water. It's just giving you some inspiration. But what do you think their CTA is right away in the first fold of this particular website? Very clearly, they want you to start a campaign or donate instead. So you've got two different. You've got a primary CTA and you have a secondary CTA. That is pretty much what we do on WebTech's website as well. We have a primary CTA, which is hire our nerds, or a secondary CTA, which is choose a class. So as you can see, it really depends on your industry and what sort of content you think you might want to place in these areas. And of course, in importance going down your home page, we're seeing a lot very simple, where people are very quickly clicking into your website and going deeper and deeper into your website. That's pretty fantastic too, because as we all know, Google pays attention to how many pages they visit on your website. So just a really quick recap of the things I want you to pay attention to.
Y'all need to recap. We already heard it all.
We want to
All right. So any questions about what sort of content you might need on your website? Is anybody here just starting off to build their website and they're thinking, I have no clue what to put on my website? Anybody at that stage? Kind of, sort of? Okay, what industry are you in?
I'm a blogger,
You're a blogger, okay. What do you blog about?
and that was the hard part, getting that kind of narrowed down to, but it's lifestyle, DIY, we're big Star Wars fans,
Look out.
do a lot of non-typical family stuff, so.
That's awesome. All right, so in a blog, typically we see, as soon as we land on the home page, typically you see some format of multiple articles presented all at once, and it's engaging to somebody who enjoys reading. On our particular website, I suck at writing, so I decided to go the video blog route, and so we created the blog. And on our site, to me, what ended up happening is when I started to write, I had either totally got boring in my writing and got really kind of rigid and kind of stale, and then I realized if I can switch to video, you can see my personality, and it just kind of came to life better. So we had better conversion for you guys, figuring out that beautiful balance of what do people want to read and what do I want to write about that I feel like I can really speak to and bring value, right?
Yeah. I have a question. When you do your video inside your screen, is that software?
That is software. So if you do a search on my YouTube channel, the question is, how do I make the tutorial videos that you see where I have a screen grab basically inside of my video? I actually have a tutorial video on how to make tutorial videos. So you can find that on our YouTube channel. Just do a search for the word tutorial, and you'll find, and I link to all the software and kind of my whole setup that I use. Yes?
How can I do all the like videos with the stick and all the? Is that a little short videos, or do you make that, or how can I do that?
The videos with what?
The last part that you show in the two last website.
Yes.
About meat and stick and all that.
How can you put video behind it?
How can I put that the same, because it was the same, right? It was the same app or something for
Yeah. So you can use the Revolution. So the question is, the two example websites that we showed with having the video looping behind that first open screen, how do we do that?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to tell you that you need a very short looping video, maybe a 5-second, 7-second, very short video, so that it loads quickly, right? And then what you're going to want to do is get something like a theme that might already have that option in place. Avada is the premium theme, the best-selling theme right now on themeforest.net. That theme already has the ability to sit video right there. If you already have a theme that you're in love with and your website's kind of already built, you can go do a plugin. And one of the plugins that I suggest doing is the Revolution slider, because it will allow you to put video right there, and you can put text over the top of it perfectly like what we just saw. You can put a call to action button perfectly over it, and it doesn't take any nerd code. You don't have to know any nerd code.
Because I don't know anything.
It's perfect for you then. I would say that the Revolution slider has a little bit of a learning curve because it's kind of option overload. But Miss Corey Ashton, I'm loud. Wow, I'm loud. Yeah, our tutorials that we have, as well as the plugin author themselves, have some really great tutorials that'll help you.
Okay.
What are the questions about homepage content? Yes.
I kind of just have another question about like the theme.
Yeah.
Because like there's this theme I found and I really like it, but I just don't like the color.
Okay.
I like the font, everything. I just want to change the color. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Can I
That's
do
what
that?
I do all the time.
Does the author brag that you can change the color? Okay. So we would probably want to just look at the theme. Does everybody here know what a theme is? Okay, we're beyond that. Way to go. So a theme author will tell you how easy it is to manipulate or customize or change your theme's colors or sidebars or whatever, how easy it is to customize. They're going to tell you. Now, what I will say is there are always ways to overwrite an author. But it takes some nerd code. It takes a little bit of getting nerdy with us to go in there and write a little bit of code to overwrite them. So ideally what you'd want to do is maybe go to the author's demo and see how easy it might be for them to show you how simple it is to make changes to fonts, to colors, to layout. Okay? And before we leave tonight, if you want us to take a look at which theme you're talking about, holla. Holla. All right, anybody else? Any questions about homepage content?
Well, I started with the other W, the Weebly, and did it my very self without really following. Can all of this apply to what I'm hearing here, to the Weebly ones which are already set up?
Yeah, so question is for those, is this Periscope happening here in front of us, Yusuf?
Yes.
For those of you on Periscope, the question is, we've got an awesome attendee here tonight who said that her website is already on Weebly, which is another platform. It's not WordPress, it's another content management platform that's good. And it's fantastic for beginners, so way to go. People who don't know nerd code. So kudos to you for getting out there and even doing this. A lot of this does apply. When we're talking about what sort of content you should have on your homepage, absolutely. Those same things in theory can apply to any website built on any platform out there. Sure, some things that we might not have access to on Weebly would be some of the plugins that we're talking about tonight, because those, you know, like the Rev Slider, that slideshow, it unfortunately would not connect into Weebly.
Well, now, if I do a video on my phone, that's how I do everything.
Sure.
Can I put that on Weebly?
Absolutely you can. I would suggest doing one go-between first, which is upload it to YouTube first. You're going to get fancy and you're going to be able to do it. You can do it. Because you can do it straight from your phone. You just go set up a YouTube account, and once you have that, straight from your phone, you can send that video to your YouTube channel. Once it's there, it's one little line of code that you copy and paste in your website, and it makes the video appear on your website. Super simple to do once you get the video. The hardest part is making a great video. And that's the truth of it. So if you got that down, you're going to be fine.
I'm doing arty projects.
Yeah.
And I take photographs.
Sure.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Wow,
Those of you that have that are business owners, a great use of video for your company and your brand is testimonial reviews from your customers. So as you're out on site doing a job, or as they're in your shop and they've just purchased something from you, or you just presented the product that you did for them, if you can snap a 15-second or 30-second quick video testimonial of that person, bragging about your amazing capabilities and what you just did for them, you upload that from your phone to your YouTube channel. You do not need customer reviews. Sorry, scope people.
Totally my fault. I'm so sorry.
Party foul.
It's all good.
Sorry, we'll stop drinking while we're doing this class. Sorry, that's horrible, horrible. No more.
Just a reminder, when you do videos from your phone, hold it this way.
There you go. Say that one more time, Jason.
So if you look at YouTube right there, it's a horizontal layout.
Horizontal.
So if you do it this way, it'll show vertical, but you have huge black bars on the side.
Turn on this way for video.
It's more natural to do it this way.
Yeah, well, you're right, but the Periscope has to be like this because this is how the phone is.
For Periscope, yeah.
For Periscope, yes, but for regular YouTube, it has to be.
Has to be horizontal.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any other questions about homepage content? Is there something that you might have currently on your homepage on your website that you think, should this be here? Should I have this here? Or is this taking up real estate that maybe I should move it and put something else more important here? Anybody have that question? We good? No questions. Any questions coming in off of Periscope? Do y'all know what Periscope is?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all sat through the classes with Yusuf and seen all of his cool scoping? You have a lot of full screen. Excellent.
So which one are you going to play next so I can play it here so everyone can hear it?
Way to go. Yes, I don't know. What do we want to watch next
I have to
time?
bootstrap this sound system.
Way to go.
Listen, when are you doing another Periscope?
I'm sorry? Tomorrow.
I know, I have to
Maybe next month. Sometime next month. Alright, so which one are you going to play now?
Let's do how to put a post in a page.
Cool.
Do you understand what I'm saying there? How to put a post inside of a page?
inside the
Yeah.
page.
So a post is your blog article
Yeah.
or your press release or whatever bit of information you put in your post area. Corey Ashton, and yes, let's watch it there. That's awesome audio. Too bad we can't get it on the screen simultaneously, right?
Yeah, maybe
Like
maybe
at the same
you're
time.
gonna be delayed a little bit like a Chinese movie. Hello.
I'm giving it up. I might happen to be a Seattle Seahawks fan. All right, football season is just in gear and pretty excited about it. But that's not why you're here. You are here to learn about how to add posts into a page. So we actually had the question presented to us off of this YouTube channel. And that's how you can get some of your questions answered as well. If you'd like to leave them in the comment box below or tweet them to us, we'll try to make a YouTube video to help you walk through your needs inside of WordPress. All right, so we're going to get right into it with how to put posts inside of a page. You have two different ways that I'll show you if you're not an in-depth nerd coder and you want to do it kind of the simple route. So what I have is just a test site here that I'm playing around with. You've got your home, blog, and sample page. What you can do is go in and create an actual page. Just create a page and name it blog. So you're just going to title it here blog. You're not going to put anything inside of it, and you're just going to click publish. Or if you've already had a page here, you'll click update, okay? Once that's in place, you'll go to settings and go to reading. And this is where you'll assign your post page. Now inside of this drop down, you should have a page called blog. Once you've assigned this, and you can do the settings here to how many show on this page. Do you want it to be the full text or just a summary of the blog with maybe that read more option? And of course, you don't want this checked if you're on a live site, but I'm on a staging environment, so I have that box checked. So click Save Changes, and then going back to the front side of my website, if I click Refresh and go ahead and click our blog page that we have added to our menu here, now whenever we go to that page, we should have a full listing of all of our blog articles that we've put in our website, all right? So that's one way you can do it. The question from our viewer also asked how we would put a categories listing in the right sidebar. So this is dependent upon your theme. If your theme author has allowed you to have a right or a left sidebar in your blog area, hopefully you've got a widget box that you can access. So that's what we're going to go to next. You're going to go ahead and go to your appearance and go to widgets. This is my one sidebar inside of this theme that I'm using. You can grab your categories area here, drag and drop it in whatever order you'd like it to appear in that sidebar. Let's say choose a topic. And you can make some of the changes here if you'd like. Click Save. And now on the right side, underneath the search bar, now I should have our choose a topic. And these would be our blog categories. If there are categories that do not have any posts in them, they will dynamically not appear here. If you'd like to make your own custom navigation over here of those categories, you can do that as well. You would go into Menus area now and create a custom menu. You would just click Add New Menu, and you can call it Categories, and click Create Menu. Then you'll go here to the left side, and you see Pages, Custom Links, Categories, and there might be others here depending upon your theme, but what you're looking for is categories. You can click View All, see all of them, and add all of them if you'd like. Add to Menu, and then of course you can drag and drop these in whatever order you'd like them to be in, and you would click Save Menu. Now that you have those there, you can go back to your widgets area, and instead of adding this categories option, we'll delete that for now. We're just going to add a custom menu. Drop it in there, and we'll still say, choose a topic, and you can select which menu. We're going to go in and get our categories, and save. And then coming over here on the right side, I'll click refresh. We should have media at the top. So now we have a custom menu sitting here that will link to all the articles in each topic. Pretty simple, right? Your theme by default should have those type of capabilities. Let's say though that you have a page that already exists that maybe you wanted to write a little bit about all of these certain categories of posts. You'd like to put the posts inside of a page. You can do that as well. That is going to require either a little bit of nerd code if you know how to make a custom page template, or if you don't want to get nerdy, you can go in and use a plugin. So let's go show you which plugin I would suggest you use. You need to do something like this. you'll go to Add New for plugins, and you're going to search just what you think it would be, Posts in Page. And there's this one here, it's 30,000 active installs as of, where are we now? We're in October of 2015. It was updated quite a while back, so I want you to always look for those that have been updated most recently. And of course, you can click on more details and get an idea of what it might look like inside of your website. This one requires that you just copy a little bit of shortcode. You would copy and paste this into the page, and then it would dynamically call all your posts to appear in that area, okay? So this one's pretty cool. You can just kind of click through these different plugins here and see which ones you might be more interested in. Again, just clicking the more details and viewing them. I've not used any of these because typically we code from scratch and we're able to kind of nerd code those things in there, but if you're not a really involved nerd coder and you'd rather just do it the simple way, which is a plugin, you can lean on one of these to accomplish that for you. Alright, I hope that helps you. Have fun putting posts inside of your WordPress pages, and I hope you check us out. Also, this week we're doing something totally brand new. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, because not only from now on are we doing WordPress Wednesday, but apparently we like it doing theme review Thursdays. No joke. So now you're getting a 2 for every single week. We're going to be handing off 2 videos to you, one on Wednesdays, which is a wide gamut of anything you can think of for WordPress Wednesdays, beginner level to advanced. And then Thursdays are now going to be... Now I'm shamelessly plugging my other videos. All right. Any slides about putting posts inside of pages? Was that over your head and you don't care? Is it completely over our heads? Well, with Weebly, it wouldn't actually work.
I want to do a WordPress because I have another.
Look out.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay. So the difference between a post and a page will help you better understand. When you think of a page, you're going to want to think of static content, like our About Us page. Probably doesn't change very much. You're going to think about your contact page. That doesn't change very much. So it'll be a page that you build on your website that has pretty much just static content sitting in it. When you think of a post, that is like a blog article. And that post can be categorized. That post can have a date on it of when it was published. It can have what WordPress calls tags. We know them as keywords added to it and made into links. Just really, really simple like that. So that's the difference in a nutshell of what a post and a page is. Typically, posts hang out by themselves and pages hang out by themselves on the same website. Very rarely do you see them combined. So people have asked for that functionality, and that's why I made that tutorial video. Any questions at all about posts in general, about how to categorize things, how to use tags? Any questions about the blog side of your website?
How many you will put in one page?
That's a fantastic question. So she's asking how many posts should appear down one page before you make somebody click more posts or make them click on the pagination down at the bottom or the navigation down at the bottom, right? So she's asking, should it be 3? How many do you think? Blogger in the house. What is your name? Mandy. Mandy, how many posts do you think should appear on your home page before you're making people click to the older posts?
I don't know, 5.
Okay. And are y'all showing all of the blog or just a summary to get them in?
Like a preview.
A preview? Yeah? And are you showing all of yours or just a preview?
No, I'm still planning, and I don't want to go. Too many will be too many.
Too many will be too many. This is a good statement.
3 and more.
3 and more. Okay. Okay. I think it is a personal preference as to how much you want to present. I think it's great to see people clicking into your website and going deeper and deeper into your website. Google likes that as well. You certainly want to present enough content, though, that they can quickly and easily kind of get a flavor for how you write and what sort of options of content you're presenting to them. So I've seen people go as many as 10 down a page. And that is by default what WordPress actually puts in that field, 10. Right. Again, I think it's just a matter of maybe watching your analytics and seeing, are people landing on that page, getting frustrated and leaving? Maybe we need to shorten that page up a little bit and not overwhelm them so much with so much content, right? Yeah. So just kind of ask. as people are on your website, you know, send out an email about, hey, how was your experience? Did you find what you were looking for? You know, as you're gathering email addresses, or watch your analytics, which typically can tell you pretty great. There's also, what is it called? What's the one that's the sessions where you can watch people scroll your website? Do you remember what I'm talking about? The
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
yeah, there's a resource that you can use. I'm going to think of the name of it for you, Betty. Where it records people on your website.
There is Inspect Lit is one tool.
What is it?
Inspect Lit.
Inspect Lit?
You add this tool on the back end and it shows you what people actually do, like where they click, how they scroll. It records it.
Yes.
That's called Inspect Lit.
So it doesn't record their face or anything. It
But
records their
what they're
cursor
doing. Yeah.
and kind of what they're doing on your website. It shows you where they click. It shows you if they're trying to click on something that they think should be clickable,
Right.
and you don't know that. So you kind of get a great feel for what sort of user experience is taking place on your website.
Yeah. Another one you can add is called Hotjar. Hotjar is like Google Analytics plus the heat map. So we'll show you exactly, you know, where the concentration on the page. So Hotjar is another one.
These are plugins.
These are plugin servers. So you can go check out. Go to Hotjar real quick. Hotjar.
They're going to be
Hotjar. Okay.
HOT or HOT?
Yeah, HOT. Then JAR. There you go. There you go.
So these aren't plugins for WordPress. There are other services
websites, yeah,
that
there
you
you
can
go.
get to put into any. So it could go into Weebly. It could be any website.
So that's the one. You see, all-in-one analytics and feedback. There's a heat map. There's recordings. There's funnels. All kinds of cool stuff. So you can try the free version, but they also have a paid version. So we tried this for one of our clients' landing pages.
And the first one that you said.
The first one is called. Go ahead and do a Google for Inspect Lit, like L-E-T. Inspect L-E, one word. Inspect L-E-T.
And how much is that?
This one I don't remember how much is. There you go. The first one.
Should we do that to them? I'll not charge them. Let's
There you go.
let's not let them lose a few pennies. Okay.
Stop guessing what your visitor wants.
Yeah.
There you go. When you scroll down, it will show you
I would like
all
to
the cool
scroll down.
stuff. See that?
How do you scroll down?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Two fingers. Let's see.
Is that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's PC.
Yeah, the scroll effect is not working.
Yeah, it's a fix. Look at that. See that corner? Look at that. Cool. On the top. See that? If you go a little bit up.
Oh my god.
Like a short video right there. You see that? There you go. See that? How the mouse is moving
Very nice.
and clicking. Now, Irvin from Periscope, he said that you sound very smart. He said that.
That's what's.
I appreciate that because I've had a tough day, my friend.
Because Arvin is awesome. He's a Perry hacker. He also uses WordPress. He was asking, are you a lead WordPress developer? That was his question.
No, but I lead a lot of WordPress developers.
There you go.
That's what I do. I'm not a nerd coder. I know just enough PHP to get myself totally in trouble. I lean on guys like Jason to really do the in-depth, wave at me Jason, there you go, to do the really in-depth nerd coding at Webtegrity. So I run a web design firm though, that's what I do.
Awesome.
Yeah, good times. Thanks though for the encouragement. I've had one of those days where you just want to go stick your head in the sand.
Right.
So this, anybody ever looked at a heat map before, what Yusuf's talking about here? This heat map basically says where people are spending most of their time. So as the color kind of intensifies in one certain spot, that means that's a hot spot on your website. And people are enjoying going there, or they're clicking on that space a lot, or their eyes even are visually drawn there, more so predominantly on the page than any of your other content. There's all sorts of things that play into this. Another thing that is a totally free resource is in-page analytics, and that's on your Google Analytics. So if you've just created that account for free, there's an area on your left side navigation that talks about in-page analytics. And that'll show you where people are clicking. It'll actually give you the number and say that this button over here has been clicked on 15 times in the last 30 days. This area here has been clicked on 422 times. So you know that this button is working. It's really, really smart to monitor all those analytics. Because what you're going to be able to do is see, man, people are skipping over that button. And it's taking up so much real estate on that first fold before people begin to scroll down. I think I'm wasting my space. I need to reevaluate what should be there. Does that make sense? If I talk too fast, throw something at me. We're good.
Here's another suggestion. I know how you mentioned about Weebly and Wix and all those guys. It's good that you have a website, and congratulations for that, because almost like 42% of small businesses in the state don't even have a website. So for that, congratulations. But
wow, I didn't know that statistic.
Yeah, it's almost, yeah. But the sad thing is, here's the reality and the truth is, if you're running for business, our recommendation is that you need to move to something that you have a full ownership. With Weebly and Wix and Squarespace, you don't have full ownership. That means they control it. You are under their house. So if you don't pay them, or if you don't use it in the long run, then how are you going to expand? So our recommendation, if you want to take your business to the next level, have a full ownership by having your own domain, your own web hosting, install WordPress. Because even if you want to go for free on WordPress, there's a WordPress.com.
There is.
Which is completely free as well, you know. But as a business, you gotta go to the direction of owning it. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's just our advice.
And you absolutely want to be sure, no matter what platform you're using, that's mobile friendly. So there's two spaces that typically lack whenever we're looking at a free option like Wix or Weebly or Squarespace or any of those out there that might be free. Is unfortunately they're a little bit behind the times sometimes on their code. So you might find one that is not mobile friendly, or you might find one that does not allow you to optimize your SEO, which is your search engine optimization. They limit you on what you can do to help Google better understand what it is that you do and to present you in the search engine results. And you absolutely want that. That's one of the reasons why you built a website, to not only look legitimate, but to also be found on Google.
We had a situation, one of our clients, she has a Weebly website, and all she needed just an on-site SEO. So we were able to kind of show her how to optimize every single page, you know, the replacement. But the problem is we could not add the schema, you know, the schema tag. Yeah. We couldn't add it because we don't have full control on the code. We have no access to the code. So we couldn't implement the schema. Schema is a code to tell the search engine if you have an article or location, it will be much easier for the search engine to find it. It is highly recommended by Google and Bing and Yahoo, but we could not implement that code because Weebly or Wix is not going to give you that access to the actual platform. Does that make sense? So in a way, it is kind of limited in what you can do.
Google schema that Yusuf is telling you about, you can Google it. This is how it's spelled. You can Google it and learn a little bit more about it. Typically, it does go a little bit more involved. You got to wrap your brain around being a little bit more of an in-depth nerd coder. But of course, if you ever wanted those added to your website, Yusuf can do that. He can do that in his sleep if you needed to. So, all right. What I'd like to do tonight, what time are we at, Yusuf? We're just about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so right now, if you want to do like, if you have any question with your website, we can help you right now. We can fix it for you, so let's do that.
Let's do that. If you have your websites available and you want us to take a look at them. Yes, sir.
If we have to build a page like this with HTTPS, how we can do?
It's a great question. Okay, so he's asking if you want to secure your website, right? So if you want your website to change from just being a standard information-based site to having basically a lock around it that allows it to be secure and maybe take money, transactions. People can buy something from you. Typically, if you go to a bank's website, their domain name is going to change like that, and it's going to show you a lock. And go to HTTPS, and the S stands for secure. How do we do that? You would actually purchase, it's called a secure socket layer is actually what it's called. You would go, do you know where you're currently hosting your website?
We have to buy it, we can do it through WordPress.
Okay, absolutely you can do it through WordPress. Do you know if you're being hosted maybe on GoDaddy or are you on WordPress.com? Do you have any idea? Maybe no? It's okay.
Well, in order for you to get the SSL certification, you have to have a hosting account. Does that make sense? Like you go to GoDaddy, Namecheap.
So you have to buy it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the host company, but you have to pay them every year. I think the price go from what, 35 to 80?
60. I understand that with Weebly because I do have like 40 something.
That sounds about right.
A year, right?
Sounds about right.
A year.
Okay.
Because not everybody sells it.
It's very true. Not everybody's website has it. Google loves for you to have it. Even if you're not taking payments, they still like the idea of you having that on your website because it shows that you care about the security of your visitors. Even if you're just collecting an email address, you're still accepting information, and Google likes to see that you care about security. So,
what is it called again?
SSL.
Yeah, in the industry it's known as an SSL. Those 3 initials, SSL.
Security.
Yep, it's a secure socket layer. I always call them a secure server license. But I was corrected on one of my videos by a very avid listener. I was schooled. I went and Googled it. I was like, they're wrong. They're right. I'm sorry.
So we have to buy it. We cannot do by ourselves if you have a normal website.
Sure. So you have to purchase it because what it actually does is it goes into your server and adds extra code that locks it down and allows those transactions to happen safely.
I told you, not all the servers they have that kind of page.
Okay. So it would depend. It would depend on your hosting company. I would just connect with your hosting company where you bought your server space.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's even potentially the same place that you bought your domain name.
And not just that, the secure socket layer, aka SSL, in most cases are not provided by the hosting company. It's a third-party company.
Yeah, that's true.
They specialize in SSL. So you can buy it from anyone and talk to your hosting, hey, I bought it from this company, can you hook me up? And they'll hook you up.
That's true.
So to explain kind of what it is, it's an encryption language.
Yes.
And it's just a way of protecting your information, and the person who developed this encryption language wants to make money for the rest of their life.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
So you're purchasing basically a license to use this encryption language. That makes it much more difficult to hack into your server.
Yep.
That is a developer's description right there. That's awesome.
And it was very simplified too. I like that.
I explained it.
It was very simplified.
Way to go.
Most developers talk like.
Well, some people think they're just buying like this magic token.
Yes.
And there's a reason you have to purchase it.
Right.
And there's a reason that certain payment gateways, like PayPal, require, if you're going to be taking any information on your site, for you to have the SSL.
So you highly recommend it. This is what I'm hearing.
I don't think you can go wrong. It's $40 a year. It makes your server
More secure, yeah.
Way to go.
I've seen the SiteGround, they have their own.
Yeah, some have their own because they partnered. Yeah, they just partner with a third-party company, but in most cases it's a third-party company.
Yeah.
They just partner with them. That's how they do it. Most of them, yeah.
You buy it through them.
There's a significant difference from what GoDaddy likes to. They like to sell you the whole certified domain thing. That's not really so important.
Right.
It's definitely not the same thing. You're looking for that SSL.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Any more questions? Because right now we're gonna get our hands dirty.
Yeah, let's do the workshop. If you guys are local in the San Antonio area, tuning in on Periscope, please be sure to just come to one of these. Come hang out with us, get nerdy with us, come be a part of one of the classes. You can find us over on the Meetup group, of course. Yusuf.
They give you the hearts.
Way to go. Yusuf runs several different Meetup groups here in town. So you absolutely want to come be a part of that if you're anywhere near the San Antonio area. If you're not, and you guys aren't around San Antonio, please go ahead and search on Meetup anyway, because you're going to find a local WordPress group that can hang out with you and you guys can get nerdy, but keep tuning in though.
And for all the folks in Periscope, if you have any question, now it's the time to ask a question.
Ask now.
Yeah, ask now or else I'll end the scope.
Got to go. Got to go.
Y'all got like 30 seconds.
Way to go. All right, you guys, if you have any questions at all and you think they're more advanced, will you please just flag Jason down? He's going to hang out for a little bit longer with us tonight. He's got little ones at home, but he said he'd come hang out with us tonight for a little bit. So please flag him down. If you have some basic questions or some questions about social media or SEO, Yusuf and I are at your disposal.
All right.
Every Wednesday?
So I'm doing a
Thanks, Lashonda. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the scope.
And then at the end of the month.
And thank you for waiting. And
last Wednesday.
maybe like around 10 or 11, I'll do another scope.